The regular trips to the grocery store. Whether you shop in a physical store or online and have your groceries delivered like I do, you gotta eat, right? So check out this supermarket history, how they came to be and who was first. Getting food into our homes in the past was a lot more complicated and time-consuming than it is now. You either had to grow or hunt your food and eat it immediately or make multiple stops at multiple stores. Want bread? You had to go to the baker. Want meat? You had to go to the butcher shop. How about rice? Another stop at the dry goods store. And customers would spend a lot of time in each. They had to point out to a clerk behind the counter what goods they wanted, one at a time. Now, while it was great for social interaction, labor costs were high. But in 1915, Vincent Astor looked to change that by consolidating a number of stores into an open-air mini-mall with lower prices. He opened the Astor Market at the corner of Broadway and 95th Street in New York City. But it really wasn't a hit and it only lasted 2 years. But there was another company ready to take advantage of these megastores concepts, and in 1916, the Piggly Wiggly grocery stores scored several patents for their design. But it wasn't until the 1920s when these stores would add meat and produce departments thanks to an innovation by the great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company. You know the A&P, and at this point in time, they were already selling groceries for almost a century. But for decades, there was great debate as to who opened the first official supermarket, and it took the U.S. Patent Office to figure it out. They determined the first official supermarket was owned by Michael J. Cullen, a former Kroger employee, in 1930 in Jamaica, Queens, and he named it King Cullen with the slogan, "Pile it high, sell it low." The chain quickly expanded and added amenities such as parking lots, self-service on most items, and discounts for buying in bulk. Other chains began to pop up across the country to take advantage that Americans could store food longer thanks to improvements in refrigerators and freezers. With the move to the suburbs after World War II, most Americans were buying up cars and heading for a faster life, and they no longer wanted to make multiple stops at specialty food stores. One by one, the chains would try to top each other, though, to keep those customers. Kroger was the first to put a parking lot on all four sides of a store. In the 1950s, supermarkets would offer trading stamps to customers for every dollar spent, and they could trade them in for, well, get this, prizes from a catalog. Now, those stamps gave way to all those loyalty cards you probably have in your wallet right now. You know, they offer discounts and free perks for being such a loyal shopper. But the next innovation came in the 1970s when warehouse clubs gave supermarkets their first real big competition by offering bulk quantities at a cheaper price. But supermarkets, though, continued to evolve by adding gas stations, pharmacies, banks, liquor departments, and even merging with department stores to become superstores. But as they move through the 21st century, online shopping has become the latest invention. Customers simply point and click from their computer and add products to their cart, and then either have it delivered for a small fee or pick up their order at the physical store. Now, while it took a few decades longer for supermarkets to become as popular outside of the US, that first King Cullen market in New York City was the start. In fact, the King Cullen grocery store chain is still in operation today, proudly declaring themselves America's first supermarket. So there you go, now you know who opened the first supermarket and how they came to be in the United States. Alright, I have to admit, I hate grocery shopping. I love eating food, but I hate grocery shopping. But I love the new 21st century convenience where I can just basically point and click and do it online here. It's great and have them delivered to my door here. And that definitely happened for a lot of people during the pandemic. You know what else I appreciate and I also like? When you point and click that subscribe button down below for all the fun here on the Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. See that little tie-in I did there? See the fun we have here each and every week. Another fun fact web show here I hope you can share with your friends, or at least next time you're out and about at the bar talking, you can say, hey, I know who the first grocery store was. Jersey Joe here and a friend saying thanks for watching, good eating, and I'll see you next time, I hope.